Hello world, Justin Tucker here. Moving on with this video tutorial series. We are going to continue building out content types, and we're going to build out the meetings and minutes content type. And I'm just going to go in here and let's see. So meetings and minutes are probably going to just, in our case, we're just going to make it a file upload. Let's say PDFs. And we should have a file field. I'm going to say multi-upload. This was a module I activated earlier. It's one of the in the list that we're using. I'm going to go ahead and activate those. These are the different file extensions that you want to allow in here. Let's see, maybe PowerPoint. I guess we can do images. Okay, similar to that. That kind of covers a lot of extensions. You can add more if needed. I mean, we can even do, that, for example, to allow video content. Now, this won't necessarily play a video. This will just allow them to download the MP4, or at least download it to their browser, and their browser will probably try to play it. But here we will just call this, well, actually, meetings. Well, and we'll allow as many as we need. One thing I don't think I did was add a meetings or upload type. So let me go to add vocabulary. Say upload type, or wait, did I? No, we have conference material type, but this will speak to the actual meetings and minutes. And again, this gets into specifics of the organization or the company. So go into upload type, and let's see, meetings and minutes. So I'm just kind of making it, we'll call, annual, I don't know, annual board meeting, Again, this list can be according to your needs, but I think that is needed to be added to meetings and minutes. So we'll go and add this field, upload type, because this would give us the mechanism to be able to display the different upload categories differently to users, or provide this back to them as a drop-down box to use as a filter. So we'll go ahead and give it to ourselves. And that's really all we need that's unique to meetings and minutes, is really just a file upload and upload type. I'll resave this, but, well, I don't know if meetings and minutes would relate to an event or not. We'll go ahead and give this field, we'll put it in. We don't have to use it, but here's that field we added last time, and this is going to be the big connector on being able to fill out this instance of this type of content, meetings and minutes, from the actual event page, and it understand it belongs to that event, which takes care of a lot of organization. Let's see. We just want to be able to reference one. Yeah, so all this is going to stay the same. And that's probably good enough for right now on the meetings and minutes. So this will probably be used site-wide, but we can attach it to an event if needed. We'll see how that pans out. Photo gallery. Let's kind of add some fields to this. So one, we know that we want the ability to reference the event that this photo gallery may belong to. So again, here's this field. I said we were going to be reusing quite a bit. Everything can stay the same. And we do have an image field. I guess I'll go ahead and use that again. Really is going to be images. And we'll call the folder we want this to go into photo gallery. Well, images. And we'll allow, multiple uploads. Okay. And that should be good, I think, for a basic photo gallery. Body, of course, can serve as a description for the photo gallery itself. Product display we'll get to. Let's see, registration event material. Let's get some of those fields in there. So once again, this is going to be event specific, so we want the referenced registration event field. Oh, you know what? I didn't check that on the last one. Let me go to content types, photo gallery. Oh, yep, entity reference pre-populate. Again, this will give us the ability to, when we're on this event, we'll have a link somewhere where we can click add photo gallery, and it will be a photo gallery that belongs just to this event. I think I did that on... Yes, I did. Okay. So photo gallery should be good. Okay, and we also have, I believe, a taxonomy that relates to this as well. It was, conference material type. So we'll just call this material type. We'll reference the vocabulary we made earlier. Select list is fine. That's it. That's the one we need. No default value. We'll let you select, and we'll just let you choose one. It's doubtful that it would belong in both locations. That would conclude the basics of that one. Let's go into event real quick. So again, event was going to be different than a registration event, but it still is going to have a date. Kind of who, what, when, and where. So we at least need a date field. Basic configuration settings here. Again, these are kind of my preferences. And the where will be the address field, which we have already created, so we will reuse. Okay, so we can have a description, the title, the date it's going to be, where it's at, and probably need event type, which is a taxonomy that we created earlier. I don't know if we filled anything out in terms of terms for it. Let's see. Oh my goodness, I did not. Yeah, I did. Okay, event type. Okay, so here we go. And that really kind of is going to be it for an event. We're also going to add the other fields to this of reference, speaker, sponsor, and vendor, just like we did on the registration event, because there's a lot of use cases where these speakers, sponsors, and vendors may be at other events that aren't the annual big event. And so this is going to be a mechanism to where you can actually reference them on a just per regular event basis as well. Now, one of the neat things this also lets us do is if this is all filled out and connected properly, then when an event, again, not a non-registration event, some workshop, let's say, for whatever that means, if that speaker, for example, was at that workshop, then what we can do is if you go to that particular speaker, it will show a list of all the events that he's been referenced on in the system. So you can kind of see a resume, if you will, of that speaker and all the events that he's been a part of, in addition to the conferences or the main events. So we're going to do that with sponsors as well. And the same with vendors. And this will allow us to create a very automated system that as you just check boxes and enter speaker sponsors and vendors, these other pages and areas will kind of take care of themselves as you hit save. So this then is now our potential event form that, like we discussed earlier, is really just to show up on a calendar that is outside of the main event or the registration event that you would sell tickets for. And let's see, we did this one. Okay, so the product display is probably what we'll do next. I'll save that for a separate video. So that's probably going to conclude this. Let's just take a look at what this form looks like if we want to make an event. Here's the title, here's the date field. We can choose show end date. We can say it's all day. Give it a description, give it a location, give it a type, and then again, as we add more speaker sponsors and vendors, these lists will increase, and we can, choose any or reference any speaker or sponsor now in the system if that applies to this event. So that is what we've got going so far. I guess we could. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's just add the reference to registration event field, because you potentially could extend this into creating your schedule with this by attaching it, these sub events to your, annual conference, for example. If we don't end up using it, we don't end up using it, but I'll add it in and we'll see if we can't make some cool stuff happen with it. Okay, so that will conclude this video. If you like what you are watching, please subscribe. Hope to make more. And comments, questions, or feedback is always welcomed. And that concludes this video. I'll see you on the next one.